we go, I'm off. Alright, let's put this in launch, load time. Get back to my spot. Oh shit, my battery is hanging off my freaking radio. Of course, something's gonna piss me off today. Going to start. There we go. Let's just move that. Get this. Everything's in order. Let me just. There's a speck. I didn't clean the dome, so there's a speck on the thingy. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Right, we're back. We are back, and for today's flight, in all honesty, let it just loiter again. I don't want to just fly straight over the river. For this flight, honestly, I just want to do a range test for both the Walksnail unit and the Crossfire. So I've switched it back to, let's put it in angle mode now. So I've switched it back to Crossfire. Before it was on Express ERS, but I just thought, you know what, I'll just put it on Crossfire because it's been doing a great job. I was able to fly 15k on my Harrier with no issues. So I thought, I'll just put it on the HD wing, why not? So I want to see just how far it can go with just a dipole. On my Harrier, I did fly with a dipole as well on both ends, and it flew up to 15k, and the RSSI was low, but but the link quality was really good. So just thought, why not try it this time? But also, what I really want to test out, so now I'm going to start flying over the river. So what I really want to test out is how well my my current antenna setup on my goggles really does with my current setup on the goggles really does. There we go, 5 amps. Yeah, so that's what we're really going to be testing out. It is quite scary flying over the water this low, but at the same time it's really interesting as well. So with the antennas I still got the 4 Truerc X2s, and that's why I'm just thinking to myself, it should be able to hit 20k, 25, maybe 30 if we're lucky, but 20 to 25 is what I'm reaching for. Furthest I've gone was 10k, and it did pretty well at 10k, but I want to see if it can reach 20 to 25. If it can, then I'll be really, really satisfied with that. Same goes for the Crossfire as well, with just the dipole. I know with a Moxon antenna it can do it easily, no problem, but with a dipole antenna I just want to see if it can make the distance. Normally for long range I wouldn't use a dipole, I'd use my Moxon, but for these applications I just thought, why not? So I did try this flight yesterday, and unfortunately, in good old fashion, I crashed during launch. So, and the crash did break a couple of things. It broke my what's it called, the prop stop, 3D printed prop stop I have on my motor for the folding prop. So am I losing altitude or am I gaining? Okay, yeah, so yeah, I lost okay, let's increase the throttle just a bit. There we go. So that's what happened. And so I had 3D printed ones on hand, but I didn't have a screwdriver to replace it, so I had to go home. Also, my dome cracked and broke off the mount. It's cracked on the side, but fortunately you can't see it, so that's also kind of annoying, but it is what it is. At least it didn't break completely. But the other thing as well was, yeah, so that cracked, because normally it's screwed in, but I cracked the wooden part. One of the screws cracked off, so I had to re-glue that. Obviously I didn't have glue on hand to fix it in the flying side, but even if I did, it wouldn't have really mattered, because it would have taken so long to glue that there wouldn't have been a point. I'd just be sitting in the sun roasting, waiting for this thing to fix itself. What else broke? My camera, the camera dispositioned itself. But that's an easy fix, because I have the Allen key inside the plane with just a magnet on the lid. But yeah, to be honest, it was mainly the lid and the prop stop. Because of those two things, I just thought, you know what, there's no point. So I just decided to go home. And it was a shame, because it was the perfect weather. Like, really low winds. It was like 2 to 3 mile per hour winds. Like, it was nothing, to be honest. And the wind was blowing from the right direction as well. But you know, it is what it is, to be honest. Fortunately today, everything's fine and working. Everything's been repaired, so we can get on with the flight. And you know, with flying HD now, I'm starting to get used to it. So when I started, obviously I was quite overwhelmed and scared, because everything just looks so, you know, new and detailed, and it really feels like I'm in the sky. But now that I'm you know, gotten used to it a bit more and stuff, it's really growing on me. I'm not like scared to fly it, but it still just looks so good. It feels like it's always been like this. Obviously, because like this is kind of what we're used to looking at. We're not used to looking at with just our normal eyes. We don't look at like fuzzy screens. HD is closer to, you know, normal eyesight, obviously. So it just feels normal. It feels like what it's supposed to be. I'm gonna climb a bit, because my altitude, because it is still 5.8. So yeah, just climb. I don't know why my altitude variometer isn't really showing much, or maybe it's because I'm not climbing too high. Who knows? Too much of a climbing angle. I mean, of course, I'm keeping it under 40 feet. Obviously, it is a bit hazy. There's a lot of dust in the air as well. Not sure if that's going to affect the signal or not, but that's something to take into consideration. Ooh, seem to have blown a bit off course. So let me straighten up. There we go. But yeah, everything's going well. I did switch out the motor. So before I was running the Sunny Sky motor, the V3 1150 kV, and to be honest, that motor's been doing bits. It's been a great motor, you know, it's smooth, it's quiet, it's efficient, but oh man, T-motor is just so much better. So I had a T-motor. Oh, I am losing altitude. Hold on, I'll get back to what I was saying. Let me put it into auto level so that it fixes the border alignment a bit. And yeah, there we go. That should make things a bit better. So yeah, T-motor is just so much better. You know, it's like it's easier for me to. It's smoother. When I would put it on, it was much smoother. It is quieter as well, and it just gives me more power. But I'm not really losing efficiency. You know, the one I'm using is the one that was on my mini Talon. So it's the 23, 21. 80 50 not 15 1250 kV, so 100 kV more. But man, does that 100 kV do so much more, give so much more power. And not only that, it's also the, what am I trying to say? The can size is a bit bigger as well. So, but all in all, just T-Motor is just amazing. Quality wise, just gives you what you, does the job, does what it needs to, does what you want basically. So I'm happy with it. I'll keep it. So I'm looking at my Crossfire power output. It is increasing, but that's because I'm really low. I'm surprised that the HD feed, is so good at this low altitude. So I'm climbing up now, and yeah, the power output's decreased to 250. It was staying at 25 milliwatts for a really long time, which is quite impressive. And obviously you're thinking, well, okay, I'm losing thingy. Oh, my HD feed is cutting out. I'm getting the red bars. No, but we'll keep going, we'll keep pushing. It might not do 20, it might not do the 20 something K, 20K, it might not, who knows. But I'm correcting my heading because I'm not in cruise mode to keep the heading. I'm in just angle mode, so I need to make sure we're all aligned. All right, my megabits per second is better now, and the milliwatts is decreased as well. I'm just gonna increase my altitude just to make things a bit better. Yeah, that's better. I'll keep it there. And drop my throttle down. So yeah, so this is I'm quite satisfied with how it just should go more than 10K. I hope it can go more than 10K, because before I was flying 10K. But even like at this altitude, you can see so much detail. I can make out so much. And I was recently, like before, I made a comment saying, oh, 1.3, as good as digital is, 1.3 is is still, you can't replace it, because you can fly low and far. But man, I don't know anymore. Even though like with 5.8 you fly high and stuff, the detail, it is just so clear and it looks so good. And I flew back with the Harrier. I went back to analog, and it just wasn't doing it for me, man. It looked so grainy, and it reminded me of like the way I compare it, it's like flying with a with an analog TV. Oh, okay, my power's gone up, not sure why. But it's like flying with an analog TV in the 1970s, But flying with HD is like just you're in the cockpit with wearing glasses, especially with these the Walksnail goggles with the OLED display. So it really feels like you're up there. Yeah, it's so cool. I feel like a pilot, and just going back just doesn't do it for me. So that's why I'm like keen on just flying out, seeing if this can go 20 to 25K, because if it can, then that's good enough for me. And I wanted to do it with these goggles on my head. Sorry, these antennas on my head, because it will be basically 20 to 25K with like a 180 to 160 degrees like beam width. So I can literally just fly this distance right in front of myself. I don't really even need to point in the right direction. Just point in the general direction, I can do it. So it's really cool. I am losing altitude. Yeah, slowly. But yeah, going back to Crossfire. So my test with this is basically, if the Crossfire can go 20K, 25 with omnidirectional antennas, then by that logic, with a Moxon, I should be able to go 50. And Express should even be better. So, you know, with the planes that I'm doing Express with, it's guaranteed that it should be able to do that distance, if not more. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm kind of using this as a test rig, basically, for the flight for the other planes. Oh, okay, I'm going slightly off. So I'm looking at my RSSI, it's 99, link quality 100, so it's keeping it. Even the power up is 500. And also one thing I finally realized is, oh, okay, my video's cut out, right, return to home, right. Ooh, right, let's increase my altitude. I think that's probably the issue. So I'll try that again. But we made it 13k. But yeah, I'm probably flying too low. So let's go up. Yeah, as I was saying, I realized that before I've been flying in the wrong direction. So the way I'm going now is over the nature reserve, and that's like out at country. But before I was pointing my head towards the city in the wrong direction, basically, and that was causing issues for myself, you know. But now that everything's working properly, now that I figured that out, it's a lot better. But yeah, I'm looking at the thingy now. It's giving me the red bars. So I've turned around just to see if I can maybe be able to fly just a bit further out. But I'm not too sure. I did lower the frequency to, sorry, not frequency, firmware to 32, because 33 was just doing terrible. But I don't know. We will see. If it cuts out again, then we'll just go turn around and fly back, and that will be the end of the flight. But even still, this environment still isn't the best, you know. It is still quite noisy, but we'll see. Crossfire is doing amazing, you know, but it looks like I may not be able to reach that 20k distance. I do have better antennas, which probably could do it, but I'm trying to do it with the X2 Airs. At least hit 15k, at least hit 15. So we've hit 14. Okay, 14. We've hit 14. One more K. Come on, Walksnail, you can do it. All right, gotta point my head up. Oh, it's going down. Megabits is going down. Oh. OSD's cutting out. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Come on, Walksnail, come on. 15k and we can turn back. I won't push any further. Oh, it's gone back to 7 megabits. Okay, that means you might be able to push further. Who knows? 15. Okay, maybe. Ooh, okay, maybe 5k more. Who knows? Let's keep going and see. Come on, Walksnail. It's a bit sticky. Those red bars are the most jarring things to ever flipping see, man, on your screen. It's just, is so annoying. But yeah, when I get a car, I'll definitely have fly in better locations. But come on, Walksnail, 7 megabits, just keep it there just a bit more. I believe in you. This is anxiety, man. This is anxiety. Every time the OSD glitches out, it's so off-putting. But we will see. Come on, 20k at least, 20k at least, and I will be satisfied. Because I really want to try out the Walksnail unit on my mini Talon, and that one has the pan and tilt, because I removed it from this bird because it kept, every time I would have a crash landing or even a normal landing, the nose would come off and then it would pull the cable out, and obviously I destroyed one of my VTXs because of that. So that's why I'm doing this. Come on, stop moving, megabits. I'm getting ready to hit that return to home, because when the video cuts out, it cuts out. You can't see shit. And these red bars are just pissing me off. Come on, come on. It's just like, it's a bit nerve-wracking. See, that's the annoying thing, right? It's because it's 5.8, you gotta be a bit high in it. Gotta be a bit high for it to work. Whereas with 1G3, you ain't got that problem. This is why I wish they made it on 1G3. But it is what it is. Okay, come on, can we do 2k more? It's saying 7 MB, whatever, megabits. Come on, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I don't know what that is. I'm looking at my screen, I can see these waves. It looks like, you know when you look at a radiator and then you like the heat, you can like see the air, the hot air rising and stuff. Like that's the kind of waves I'm seeing in the middle of my screen. I don't know if that's Walksnail or if it's, anyways, doesn't matter. I just want to make this distance. Oh my days, 1 more K left. Come on. I'm just pointing my head straight, keeping it at the right angle, because I know these X2Rs, they ain't got a very high, what's it called, height angle. It's quite low. It's like 30 degrees, so you gotta really have it, point your head up basically. Come on, you're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. You are actually almost there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, we made it. All right, we've hit the benchmark. I said I was going to turn around. No, I'm not. Come on, 25. Let's see, 25. Let's go. Let's go. Can we do 25? Can we actually do 25? I am taking risks. I am dangerous. Come on, BM. Ooh. It is on the brink. Sorry, I'm not like talking about stuff. It's just I'm a bit nervous. Every time I see that number switching between, it's a bit off-putting. You know what? I'm going to turn around. 21. 21's a good number. 21's a very, very good number. So we'll bring it back. Oh, it's glitching. It's glitching. Shit. Okay, it's cut out completely. So I'm doing return to home. Bringing it back. Bringing it back. Oh shit, the video is really bad. It's quite low. It's like it's glitching all over the place. So, but return to home is doing its thing. So I'm putting it back into angle and bringing it back home now. So it's going to be a long flight back. This is one of the reasons why I was annoyed that I crashed yesterday, is because the wind was blowing from in front of me. With this flight, I was flying with the tailwind, but now I'm flying into a headwind. But it's not too much of an issue because I have quite a big battery on board, so I should still be able to make it back. It's going to be quite a trip. But yeah, 20k with Walksnail with 4 X2 airs. Truerc X2 airs, or Truerc pepper boxes, whatever you want to call them, man. That's really good. That's really impressive. No, I'm satisfied with that. I am satisfied with that. Honestly, with this antenna setup though, ideally the furthest I want to go is most likely 15k. But I just wanted to see if it could do the 20k. Not only the Walksnail, but also Crossfire. Crossfire definitely, like with just a dipole antenna, man, I'm impressed. Mind you, I am not using the stock antennas. I'm using a Pro Drone 868 tuned antennas on both the plane and on my TX. And the TX I'm using is the Micro V2. And it's impressive. I'm very happy with that. Very, very pleased. So I know that, you know, when I'm flying with the Mox on, I can potentially go 40, 50, even way further. I think the reason what am I talking? I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a bit tricky to talk when you're doing live narration. I think I might go back. I might try post-flight narration, see if that's better. Because collecting your thoughts while also like trying to pay attention to what's going around you and stuff in the air, it is kind of tricky. It's a bit demanding. I am noticing a bit of jello in my feed. I think I need to balance the prop just a bit more. But yeah, today's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day. I'm happy with it. You know, this is what I expected. It's what I expected. So 21k. That's good enough. Obviously, if I wanted to do like cloud surfing, for example, I don't obviously have to fly 20k. 10 to 15k is more than enough. But yeah, so that's the test with these antennas. I ain't gonna try it again. I'm not gonna do this test again with these antennas. The other antennas which I have at home, so I have the triple feed patch array ones, the really big red ones, so I can try those. But the thing about those is their dB is 14, whereas these X2S antennas, the dB on these ones is what is it? The dB on these ones are 13 dB. So it's just a 1 dB difference. I doubt it would make it. Logically speaking, it shouldn't make that much of a difference, really and truly. But we'll see anyways, you know, if it does. But the other antenna that I have, which cost me a fair chunk, are the Truerc X-ray antennas, and those are 17 dB. And I got the left-hand polarized ones. So it will be really interesting to see how they work with the Oh, there's a bug crawling on me. Be interested to see how they work in tandem with the X2Airs on my goggles, and see just how far those can take me. With those ones, I'm looking at around 35 plus K, but you know, when the time comes, we'll do that. Now, my thingy, I keep going off course, and it makes sense because I'm not using any of the navigation modes. And the reason I'm not using the navigation modes is because with iNav 6.1.0, you have that bobbing, like the dolphining up and down. It's an issue with the barometer. It's something in the code basically, but they're going to make a fix for that, and then we'll be able to use nav modes properly. So yeah, that's why. But it doesn't affect angle mode, but it affects course, it affects cruise, it affects loiter as well, and it also should affect return to home. But angle and acro ain't got no issues. Man, it's such a nice view. Like I can just make out stuff, you know. I can look at I don't know what they are. Are those solar panels? Or maybe they're just crops, who knows. But yeah, you can just make out so much detail, and I'm happy with this. Like 20K was the furthest I really wanted to try going with my HD unit. 20 to 25K. If I wanted to go long range, then I would use the analog system. But obviously we'll see if my X2Air, not X2Air, sorry, the X-ray antennas can take me 35K out, then I'm gold. I'm satisfied with that. Judging by the performance of Crossfire, it can definitely make that distance no problem. And ExpressLRS is supposedly better, so you know, should be also able to do it as well. I will be doing another test video, where I'm testing ExpressLRS v Crossfire, but that's with my other two planes, the Mini Talon and the Harrier, just to really see, like, in real world applications, which one is actually better for range, not penetration between buildings or whatever, just pure range. Because people say this, people say that. The videos online don't really tell me enough. They're not really the best, because most of them are quad pilots, and their long range is not the same as a plane's long range. So yeah. Yeah, I got a headwind. Says it's 13K. It's saying it's a 13K headwind. I mean, that's pretty. It should. I would imagine so, because in the air the wind is a lot higher up. The wind is stronger, whereas on the ground it's really weak. Higher up it gets stronger, innit? Alright, Crossfire's dropped down to 25 milliwatts at 14K. Yeah, this is the performance I was expecting. Yeah, I keep going off course because I'm like taking in the scenery. So I keep losing my head in, because I'm kind of at a crosswind. That's why it keeps banking to the side. So I just need to pay attention to that. I'm still getting these red bars, but at this point it doesn't matter, because my antennas are at the front of the plane, it's getting a better reception. I think when I'm flying out, because the antennas are so far behind, and in front, basically, it's maybe the body of the plane is blocking. Most likely the body of the plane is blocking some of the signal. But now that I'm flying to home, towards home, nothing is blocking the signal. Nothing's blocking the antennas, basically. So this T-motor is doing pretty well. It's quite efficient, doing what, 96 milliamps per K. Ideally, I prefer to fly when I'm doing range missions. Anything below 100K is good enough for me. I'm not too fast. But yeah, it's going up now. 105, 100. I'm cruising at 5.5 amps. I could go lower, but then I'll be going slower. I don't want that, because I want to get home. But yeah, I'm really starting to get used to this. Oh, I can see the river now. Can just about see it through all the like haze and dust. So I think we can drop the altitude. Yeah, 12K. It's doing 13. It's back up to 13, 12 megabits. The red bars are gone now, which is nice. Sorry for the dirty dome. Next time I'll be sure to clean it before I fly, so I don't get crap on my feed. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really design this plane for long range. It's more so like more of an all-rounder. You know, you just it can do long range. It is efficient, but it's a very agile plane, so I do like it for acrobatics, things like that. So, you know, flying inverted, sharp turns, flying low and fast. So I kind of wanted it to do like a mix of both, just more so long times, but also able to just like bash around and have fun. That's what I built it for. But obviously, because it's such a like clean airfoil plane, very streamlined, it just slices through the wind. So that's what makes it like so efficient. And I really do hope that my phone is recording all of this, because I'm using, flying a bit too low, because I am using the HDMI output from my goggles. I got a shorter HDMI cable, but I'm still using the same blue capture card, and it's been working consistently so far. But I don't know, because I'm looking through the goggles, I can't see, and I don't want to take them off just yet because I'm a bit far out. But even if it's not recording the feed as it should, it is still recording my voice, so I can just use the voiceover, and the goggles are recording the HD feed anyways, so I can just overlay it, no problem. But I'm 9K now, so how am I gonna do this? I don't like flying over houses or buildings. Oh, a bird! Look at a bird. You see, with analog, you ain't seeing that. With analog, you are not seeing that. It would just look like a white piece of paper or like a Tesco bag flying in the sky. But in HD, it looks like a bird. You know, like the details, man, details. This is what we've been missing, man. I know DJI did it first, but no, fuck DJI, man. Their range is shit. I know the O3s can go like 23K hard limit, and that's good for them. But what if I want to go further than that? You know, I feel like Walksnail it's just that happy medium. It's HD enough, but it gives you that freedom to like go as far as you really, really want to. I'm standing, I'm not sitting down, so my legs are kind of going a bit numb. You see on the bottom right of my screen, there's supposed to be a I think it's estimated flight distance. I don't know why that's not showing, because right on top of that gap you can see a timer, and that's actually the estimated flight time. So it's saying that I can fly with the battery and the, you know, the amount of amps I'm pulling and stuff. I can fly for around about 28 minutes, right? Almost 30 minutes. But that's how much flight time I have left. That's using the same function, the same parameters. That's it. It's using the same parameters for the estimated flight distance. But I don't know why estimated flight distance is not working. Before, it used to work. I know I had it working on my Mini Talon and on my Harrier. Now it doesn't work on those ones either, and I haven't changed anything. So I'm really confused on that part. Also, I need to check something. I need to switch my OSD screen. If the plane would just stay straight for like a couple seconds. Right, I just want to see my average watts. Okay, cool. So it's 80. 80 watts at cruise. On in. But yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I'll probably ask in the INA fixed wing group, ask them like what's up, because the flight time, estimated flight time, remaining flight time is working, but with remaining flight distance, not only is it not working, it's not even showing up. It's not even showing up as like a feed in the video. It's just completely gone. So I gotta see what's up with that. Okay, so we're flying over the highway. And yeah, you see, the direction I'm going now is the nature reserve, and that is like really flat. So it's not the hill. Whereas when I get closer, you'll see it. But if you look slightly to the right, you can see like there's a patch of land that's a bit brown. Yeah, that land there is I think it's part of the reserve. But I've seen like they're doing some construction there, building something there, and that is actually the hill. So before, I used to be pointing in that direction of the hill, thinking that was where the plane was flying, but it wasn't. Over the nature reserve here is where it was actually flying. But you know, I've corrected that mistake. So let me just take my goggles off a bit. Yep, the phone is recording and I am still pointing in the right direction. So I'm going to see if we can just land it. But yeah, I'm loving this. I'm actually loving this. Can't wait to get a car end of this year, and then I'll be able to go to better flying locations. Even this location, it'll be easier to get here, because yesterday, you know, when I crashed, it's a long bike ride to get here, and it's a long bike ride to now go back. By the time I've done 2 bike rides, and also being like, you know, really annoyed with how, you know, it crashed, you just lose interest and you're like, fuck this, I'd rather just do it another day, you know. So that's why I need a car. It just makes my life easier. And I'm not flying in my old flying site, because that place is shit because of the trees. I keep crashing into those trees, and it makes landing a pain, and the buildings obstruct my signal as well. It's just not what you want. But yeah, you see on the right hand side, that land there, the brown patch of land, that's the land I'm talking about, where they're doing the construction, and it's actually a hill. Now we're flying over the river. Ooh, it's always so scary doing this, but I think I'm getting used to it now. You just gotta trust your plane, man. You gotta trust your build that it's not gonna, you know, fuck up on you. Just randomly spiral. You just gotta trust in the iNav. So I'm coming in low. Now I'm starting to see the details of the waves and the residue, and it looks so cool. It looks really cool. So, oh no, there's another bird. Right, so we're coming in now. Just lining it all up. Lining her up. Dropping the throttle a bit. Right, drop the throttle here. I should land on that patch of land there. It's so much better, but I'm going to try and land it here. So I'm gliding it. Angle mode is keeping it. It's a long glide. Hope I don't crash into myself. Keep it. Ah, there we go. Beautiful landing. Beautiful. So, do that. Disarm. What are you doing? Disarm. There we go. So I'm gonna cut the feed now. Okay, it's already cut itself out. Thanks. Right, so that's the end of that flight. So I'm gonna stop the recording and do a post flight. Right, so we're back. I did land a bit of a distance over there, all the way down there, so it was a bit of a walk, but she's back, all in one piece, you know. So yeah, it was a successful flight. I'm happy with that. 20k, 21k actually, not 20k. But yeah, so I flew out that way. You see how like low it is? That's where I used to point, which is a lot higher, and the wrong direction as well. I'm not sure why the windmill is showing that the wind is coming from this way, because when I was coming back, I had when I was coming back, the speed was slower when I was going out, so it's a bit weird, but that's how physics works, I guess. But you can see here, I don't think you can see it. Let me click on it. No, you can't see it very well. Used up 4,800 milliamps. I think I went a total of 47k. So this is rocking a 10,000 pack. So I think probably 80k, 80k in total is achievable. Heck, even possibly 100k in total is possible with this wing. So I'm hoping my mini Talon has the similar efficiency, because if it does, then I can do that flight. But yeah, I'm done. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I will probably do another video just like talking about the updates I've done to this bird, because it does look a lot different, as you can see, to how it was in my build video. But anyways, that's the end of that. See you guys later.